Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A headstone mystery solved. Thanks to help from the community, this grave marker is going to its rightful spot, the final resting place of an American war veteran. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. We first showed you yesterday a new homeowner's surprising backyard discovery, a grave marker belonging to the home's original owner. Well, now the search for that World War I veteran has led from Detroit up to Clinton Township. Help me, Hank. Hank Winchester went there to find the proper place and where this marker belongs.
We're miles away from the place that World War I veteran Jack Clay and his wife called home in Detroit. The place that yesterday the new homeowner made a surprising discovery, finding Clay's gravestone. Well, it is here where Clay is buried, and soon there'll be a new addition. This is Jack Clay's grave marker, discovered here, hidden in the backyard of this Detroit home recently.
It was over here. It was like a lot of debris over here. Yeah. And
it was just there in a
box. It was in that box over there. Yeah. And we just thought it was just more debris.
Chico Sorrell, the home's new owner, couldn't believe what he found.
Shocked.
Yeah. That's not something you expect to see in your backyard.
We've never come across anything like that.
So just where was Jack Clay? Yesterday, after our story aired, I heard from so many of you providing information about his whereabouts. And that leads us here, 23 miles away, to the cemetery in Clinton Township. This unmarked grave, Clay's final resting spot.
Sometimes people, they just die and they leave things in the house and abandon the house. Can be too many facts.
The cemetery learning now that Clay's grave marker has been discovered. They'll install it for the veteran free of charge. A thank you for his service to his country.
We are thankful for our veterans. They give us a fight for our country and give us a freedom. And it'd be nice. We honor to have one of veterans here in our cemetery.
Back out here live in Detroit. So now what we have is that headstone, that grave marker right here in the back of the old news van. We're going to be bringing this up to the cemetery in the morning. They're going to have to take a while. I mean, the ground is still frozen in some areas. They're not going to be able to do the install until April. We've also been in touch with the Veterans Association out of Washington, D.C. They assure us that for whatever reason, the cemetery can't cover all the costs, they will step in and take care of everything financially. We're live here tonight in Detroit. Hank Winchester, help me, Hank, back to you.
It's been fascinating, Hank. Any luck tracking down family?
And Devin, I heard from so many viewers yesterday, all scrambling, working to help us find this gravesite, but we didn't hear from any family members. Of course, if there are family members out there, connect with us because we will get you in touch with the cemetery so you could be there if you'd like to be when this gravestone goes into the ground.
Exactly
back to you.
All right, Hank.
All right, updating some breaking news now. Detroit City Council approving an agreement that moves forward the development of the District Detroit. The vote secures $400 million in state incentives that would have been lost past today's deadline. Rod Maloney live with more on the deal and the reaction to it as well. Rod.
Well, this is one of those things where in government they say you don't want to see how the sausage gets made because that's what happened here today. They had something left out of the agreement. City Council picked up on that. That had to be dropped in. Later on, they had to take a break because they had to add some more language about an executive order. And then council members wanted to get some benefits for the city of Detroit that turned out were unconstitutional. So there was a lot of back and forth. It was a bumpy ride. But in the end, District Detroit has been green-lighted here at City Hall.
This project will do nothing to bring permanent jobs to young people here in the city of Detroit.
Passions ran high yet again in the City Council auditorium today, most crucial to making the deal work. $400 million in Michigan Strategic Fund dollars that could have been lost if the city delayed past this afternoon. By mid-afternoon, Council started weighing in on things that it didn't see in the final contract, and it took 2 tries and a long break to get a finished document addressing many of the Council's concerns. A lot of them had to do with whether Detroiters would get enough benefit. Coleman Young II was happy it passed, mainly, he says, because of the near 700 apartments going in. More than 100 are affordable housing.
And when's the last time you've seen luxury condos with affordable housing in it? I think that amongst itself is rare. Plus the $100 million community benefits agreement, the largest community benefits agreement ever. So I think we have a lot of good things going for us here in this agreement.
President Mary Sheffield wasn't fully on board.
I think it's great for our city, most definitely, but we have had a lot of promises without the strong guarantees and commitments for our Detroit-based minority contractors and businesses in this city. And it's all about inclusion for me. It's about equity and it's about ownership.
Mary Sheffield says she wants to see if she can get more out of this development for residents, particularly for businesses that are in disadvantage or characterized as disadvantaged. Now, the Olympia people were very happy that this passed, and they said that the next step is to go to Lansing, get approval there, and then they think they can have shovels in the ground come July, should all of that go well. Reporting live downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Okay, Rod, thanks. Devin.
Newly released body cam video shows the dramatic moments police entered the Covenant Elementary School yesterday, racing to find and stop an active shooter who had already fatally shot 6 people. Investigators also revealing more today about what they found in the shooter's vehicle and home. Horrific sounds of gunfire ring through Nashville's Covenant Elementary School as officers race to stop the killer. Police say the 28-year-old attacker entered a side door, blasting through with a high-powered rifle. Once inside, the shooter opens fire, killing 3 children and 3 staffers. Within minutes, police are in the school.
There was no hesitating. They went through that door, and they were looking for the shooter, and they engaged as soon as they found the shooter.
It's locked.
The officers move quickly, tactically, checking classrooms for the shooter. Gunshots getting louder on the 2nd floor. 14 minutes after the first 911 call, the armed attacker is found and neutralized by officers Rex Engelbert and Michael Colazzo.
You see these well-organized, courageous young men rushing to the sound of the gunfire.
Found in the shooter's car, a series of writings. On the killer, 3 guns, an AR-15 rifle and 2 9mm handguns with 30-round magazines. Police say the shooter was under a doctor's care for an emotional disorder.
Law enforcement knew nothing about the treatment she was receiving, but her parents felt that she should not own weapons. As it turned out, she had been hiding several weapons within the house.
Chief Drake says those weapons were all purchased legally. Police say in all, 7 weapons were actually owned by the attacker. The chief says the shooter's parents were aware of 1 weapon but believed that it had been sold. Back here in Michigan, meanwhile, a gun reform bill has been making its way through the legislature.
Jacqueline Francis is talking with lawmakers driving this change and joins us live with a look at where things stand. Jacqueline.
Kimberly and Devin, 2 of the 3 gun safety bills have already made their way to the governor's desk and are just awaiting her signature. The third, having to do with red flag laws, isn't quite there yet and is temporarily on pause while the legislature is on spring break. As the nation grieves the tragedy in Nashville, Democratic lawmakers in Michigan are pointing to progress made in Lansing.
Doing nothing is no longer acceptable.
Before leaving for a 2-week spring break, the Michigan legislature made major headway on passing gun safety laws. The bill package includes safe storage, expanding background checks, and red flag laws. Senator Mallory McMorrow says the first 2 are as good as done, just awaiting the governor's signature. But the third, having to do with red flag laws, will require more action from the legislature once they return from break on April 11th. Red flag laws would allow family members and mental health professionals to petition the court to temporarily bar someone from owning or purchasing a firearm.
We've seen that red flag laws are only as successful as there is buy-off from law enforcement agencies and awareness about how to use them. So we're just going through to make sure every detail is right before we pass the final version.
Republicans have opposed the bills, arguing they would not have stopped the MSU shooter. Republican Senator Mike Weber said this on March 16th.
I fear the bills before us make a lot of promises, but will ultimately fall short of reducing gun violence in our state.
McMorrow says red flag laws would have stopped the Nashville shooter.
We know that this shooter had family members who knew that there was an issue, who knew that they were struggling with mental health issues, who could have filed for an extreme risk protection order to ensure that they did not have firearms.
We reached out to Republicans for current comment today. No one was available. As we've mentioned, the legislature is on break. Reporting live in Detroit, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
All right, Jacqueline.
3 Wayne County employees are accused of working at a different job while on the county clock. Scott Van Puren, John Everhart, and Justin Wharton are accused of falsifying their timesheets while they worked in the bridge department. Prosecutors say they were being paid to work for the county, but instead spent the day at Romulus Nutrition. Prosecutors say the 3 used county equipment and materials while they worked at the private business. 2 of the men went before a judge today on larceny charges. All 3 have been suspended from their county jobs.
COVID cases appear to be going up in Michigan. The state reporting 6,562 cases over the past week, so an average of 937 cases per day, up about 80 per day from the week before. We've lost another 89 lives to the virus as well.
All right, well, let's see what's going on with our forecast. And temperature's not too bad today, but we know things are going to change.
I know, pretty day out there today for the most part today, Brandon.
It was a lot of sunshine, especially early, even the wispy high clouds. Harmless, and we're looking good. Fahrenheit, Celsius, near 50 Fahrenheit is about 10 Celsius. And that's what we're seeing, 9 in Windsor. It's 50 Livonia, West Bloomfield as well. Sterling Heights at 50, 53 in Taylor right now. And for the rest of the evening, we are looking good. So whatever you have going on this evening or tonight, you will be dry. The winds are on the lighter side, and temps will fall out of the 50-degree range into the middle and lower 40s. Coming up, we will be tracking a cold front for your Wednesday with a little late March rain and snow, a big storm coming this weekend, but we've got everything you need in the meantime on the Forewarned Weather app. If you're heading out the door, we've got the forecast for the rain, snow tomorrow, the big storm this weekend, and we're looking into the home opener at Comerica Park next week right there.